Good morning, everyone. I am Ansar Sheikh, Electrical and Electronics Department, St. Peter's Engineering College. As we know, in last lectures, we are discussing about we discussed about translational and rotational system. We completed with example problems also. In the extension, we are going to get the electrical analogous to the mechanical rotational system. What is an analogous means? For example, you are having a force F in the case of mechanical system, then how we are going to replace that force F into electrical circuit. Again, in electrical analysis, we are having two things, that is a force voltage analogy and force current analogy. First one is independent variable. In this also, we are going to apply for translational system and then we go for rotational system. What is the independent variable? What is an independent variable in translational system? Force F is an independent variable. We are not, that force will not going to be depend on anything. Independent force F. Force F is an independent variable. In force voltage analogy, which one is an independent analogy? Independent is nothing but force voltage analogy, which we also call it as a mesh, and automatically here nodal analysis we call. Here we can write in some cases voltage E or voltage V, both are independent variables. In force current analogy, in the name itself, I, current I is an independent variable. That is the first thing we have to know. That means whenever in a mechanical system force F is there, if we are doing force voltage analogy, that means we have to replace that force F with E or V. E is nothing but an voltage, EMF or voltage V. Similarly, if you ask in your problem force current analogy, then you need to replace that force current I. In some cases, he will give the diagram to you, mechanical system, and they will ask you that convert this rotational system or mechanical systems into its equivalent electrical network by using a nodal analysis. Then immediately what we have to do, nodal analysis means force current analogy. Wherever you find the force here, you need to replace with current I. Next, dependent variable. What is the dependent variables here? What is the dependent variable? Displacement. Displacement will be depends upon what? Applied force. If I am applying more force, more displacement will be there. If I am applying a less force, less displacement will be there. So dependent variable is an displacement. Displacement. Which system we are discussing here? Translational system. If it is a translational system, automatically which displacement? Horizontal displacement. And velocity. Velocity also depends upon the force only. How much force we apply. That means displacement and velocity both are dependent variables in mechanical system. Now what about the force voltage analogy? In force voltage analogy, which values are dependent? Current I, and then charge Q, and then charge Q. Current I and charge Q both are dependent variables. Here, in this case, force voltage analogy, whenever you are applying an EMF or voltage V, then what about that are the dependent? Why? Because once applied, we are not bothered. What are the dependent variables? That are the independent variables, voltage and EMF. Here, if you are applying an dependent variables will be force voltage and current, and charge values will be depend upon the values of E and V. What about this here? Voltage V In this case, voltage V and flux. Flux is denoted with what? Phi. In force current analogy, current is an independent variable. Voltage V and flux phi are both are dependent variables. The next one is next element is dissipative element. What are the dissipative elements found? What are the dissipative elements in the case of mechanical system? That is a friction, or we call it as a damper. We are going to denote it with friction or damper. We are going to denote it with D. Friction or damper. We are going to denote it with friction or damper will be denoted with the B. So we are going to replace here. What is the dissipative element? Resistance. Resistance is denoted with R. What are the dissipative element here? Conductance. Conductance, it is denoted with G. G is equal to what? 1 by R. Similarly, what are the energy storage elements we are having? What are the energy storage elements we are having? One is mass. Mass also an energy storage element in mechanical system. Spring also an one energy storage element, which we are going to denote it with M and K. That means here inductance is represented with L, and next one after that capacitance, both are energy storage elements only. Capacitance C. That means whenever we are having an M, you need to replace with L. Whenever you are finding springs K, then you have to replace with the 1 by C. Similarly, here the capacitance C, in this case capacitance C, and then you are having a next concept, next value is 1 by L. Inductance 1 by L. What is an analogous? Very simple. In case of force voltage analogy, sorry, in the case of mechanical system, if you are finding M, just if you ask you that force voltage analogy, in the place of M, you need to replace with L. If you ask in the force current analogy, in the place of M, you need to replace with the C. If it is a spring K, then you need to replace with 1 by C. If it is a spring K, in the case of force current analogy, you need to replace with the 1 by L. Very, very important table this is. What is the which law we are going to use? It is a sigma F is equal to 0. Summation of total forces will be equal to 0. That is a Newton's law. Here, Kirchhoff's voltage law. Total voltage will be equal to 0. And here we are going to use a Kirchhoff current law. Sigma equal to 0. This table will place very, very important. Whenever he is asking you the force current analogy or force voltage analogy for mechanical translational system. This is a very simple table. Once if you know this table, after that we can find the problems how we are going to find out that electrical voltage analogy to. That means he will use this thing, mechanical system. That means which type of mechanical system? Translational system he will give. Once if he given that translational system, then they will ask you that to find that force voltage current analogy. That means you just replace all these elements with these values. If he is giving a force current analogy, you need to replace this. Just you need to remember these are the D, M, D, M, B, K. MBK will be, we are having always very important. MBK. MBK means mass is energy storage element. Energy storage element in force L. Spring is a resistance R. K means spring constant 1 by C. Like this. This is for what? Force voltage EB. That's only force voltage. F4, FV. Then this is we call it as a force current F1. Fi analogy. Right. Now we will do with this one. We can go with one problem. How we are going to do? I think it is very simple table. These are the items or the elements. What are the elements present? That is an independent variable, dependent variable, discrete element, energy storage element, law, mechanical system, force voltage analogy, force current analogy. All these we are replacing these 4 or 5 values with respect to the whether he will ask that force voltage analogy. you need to replace force F with V, X with I, velocity V with Q. Friction or damper will be replaced with resistance R, mass will be replaced with an inductance, spring will be replaced with an capacitance 1 by C. If you ask the same thing in the force current analogy, just change. Now we will do with one problem. Write the differential equation. Again, anyhow we have to write a differential equation. The diagram is that just we consider two masses here. Mass M1 after that we are having an K1. The damper is B12. Again mass M2 we are having. Again K2 and B2. This is your K2 and this is our damper B2. Damper B2. Here I am applying force F of T. Force F of T. Here we are having a displacement x1 or velocity v1. Here we are having a displacement x2 and velocity v2. This is the given diagram like this. Which type of system is it? We can say that by seeing the x and v1, that means instead of that theta 1, we are having an x1. So we can say that this is a translational system. This is a translational system. We can say that. This is V1. Question is that write the differential equations. Write the differential equations and convert the translational system into its equivalent electrical network. That means to convert this translational system into electrical network, we are having two things. First one is a force voltage analogy, and second one force current analogy. Force voltage analogy and force current analogy. For this also we have to write down first differential equation. Why? Because you ask to write the differential equations. First we need to write the differential equations. What is the first differential equation? F of t is equal to m1 into d square x1 by dt square plus b1 into dx1 by dt plus k1 into x1 minus x2 plus b12 into x1 or b12 into d by dt of x1 minus x2. d by dt of x1 minus x2. This is first we are having an m1, b1, k1 and b12, which is equal to f of t. This is first differential equation. The second equation, you need to focus at m2. We need to focus at mass m2. What is the second equation we are getting? m2 into d square x2 by dt square plus k1 into, we are considering m2 so that we are getting the displacement x2 minus x1. Similarly plus b12 into d by dt of x2 minus x1 m k1 and d12. Again we are having a k2 into x2 of t plus b2 into d by dt of d by dt of x2. This is two differential equations we are getting. Once if you are getting the two differential equations, we need to convert that equations into force voltage analogy. In force voltage analogy, what are the elements we need to have? First we need to find out. We have to write down here force voltage analogy means we are going to apply a mesh analysis. If you are having a force F, we need to replace with voltage V. Mass M, we need to replace with L. Spring, that means an energy storage elements we need to replace with 1 by C. And B is nothing but damper, we need to replace with resistance R. And after that displacement, we need to replace with x1, that means a displacement x1 we are going to replace with I. Sorry, we are going to replace with the I. These are the five parameters we have to remember whenever we are doing the force voltage analogy. After that, once if we are getting a force voltage analogy, here now how we are going to write that equation and how we are going to write that diagram. Force means we are going to apply some voltage source E or V. After that, M1, M is nothing but inductance. That means directly we are having an inductance. After that, D1 is nothing but a resistance. We are having an B1. B1 is we are having a resistance. Not in between the two elements. So B1. After that, this is completed. M1 is completed. B1 is completed. After that, we are having a K1. K1 is nothing but capacitance C, where that is placed in between the two masses. So we are going to write down an this is the C. K1 means it will be going to replace with 1 by C. This is what we are going to mass. M is replaced with L and damper is replaced with R. After that, B1 to into d by dt of x1 minus x2. X1 minus x2, again B is nothing but B12 is nothing but B1 is nothing but R. We are going to replace with the R. R. Right. The first equation is completed now. Again, second equation how we are going to write down M2. That means in the place of M1 you have to write down L1. B1 you have to write down R1. And what is this value? 1 by C. 1 by C is nothing but spring. How many springs are there? K1 and K2. So we are going to write down R1. Here, what is this damper is nothing but R1. R1. I hope it is clear. Next value, next equation we have to write down here. M2 into d square x2 by dt square. M is replaced with inductance L. That means instead of that L, we need to write down L2. This is completed. Already K1 is nothing but spring. Already it is there K into x2 minus this value also we are going to get. After that B12 is nothing but R12. Already this value also completed. After that K2 x2. K2 means we are going to K is replaced with 1 by C. That means we need to take capacitance 1 by C2 plus damper. Damper is going to be right with what? Damper is going to be right with resistance R2. Now what is the displacement here? You need to consider this is I1 and this is your I2. This is the diagram for which analogy this is? Force voltage analogy. This is force voltage. This is we are having a force voltage analogy. Once if you are getting a force voltage analogy, this is the diagram. Now we can write that differential equations for this also. That means just we are going to write a mesh analysis. What is the first equation? It will becomes capital E is equal to L1 into di1 by dt plus I1R plus 1 by C1 1 by C1. What we are, this is in between the integral of 1 by C1, that means an I1 minus I2, I1 minus I2 plus R12 into I1 minus I2. This is equation 3. This is an electrical analogous quantity. Similarly, we are going to apply that equation for the loop 2. Then we are going to run L2 into di2 by dt plus 1 by C2 into integral of I2 dt plus I2 into R plus I2 minus I1 into R12 plus L2 into d by dt of I2 minus I1 equal to 0. This is the force voltage analysis. These are the equations. How we are going to write down? First, we have to understand that whether the given mechanical network is in a translational system or rotational system. First, we need to identify that thing. Once if you know that the given it is a translational system or we are getting identified, this is a translational system. So immediately in our mind, in the case of translational system, if you are converting into a force voltage analogy, mass M is replaced with which element? That is that we are having a mass M is replaced with L and spring K is replaced with 1 by C and damper B is replaced with R and the displacement is replaced with I. That thing we have to know. If this diagram it is there, immediately we need to write down the differential equation. Depending upon we have concentration at mass M1 and mass M2. At mass M1, we are having an f of t equal to M1 into d square x1 of t, dt square plus p1 into dx1 of t. The spring k is in between the two elements, so I am going to write k into x1 of t. Like this we are writing. Already we know how to write these equations in the previous lectures we discussed. This is the force voltage analogy. Depending upon these equations only we are going to write. This is a mesh analysis. After that we are writing these two equations. Now force current analogy. Similarly, how we are going to write depending upon these two equations only again we are going to write the force current analogy. Again we have to remember that in force current analogy, how that values, that means how that items mass value and spring value, how it will be going to be varies. Force voltage analogy completed. The next one, force current analogy. Now force current analogy. Again, we need to recall the values. Force current analogy. Mass M is replaced with the capacitance C and spring K is replaced with inductance L and damper is replaced with, that means B is replaced with 1 by G, that is a resistance. After that force F is replaced with I. After that X is replaced with B, displacement B. And which law we are going to apply? Kirchhoff's current law, that is I is equal to 0. That means we are going to apply the nodal analysis. Now again, we need to concentrate on these equations. Force F of t. F of t is nothing but in the place of F, we are going to replace with the I. That means an I source we are having. After that, M is replaced with what? capacitance C, that means a force current, capacitance C, C is nothing but C1. After that B1 is nothing but resistance or conductance, sorry, conductance. I am going to write like this, 1 by G. Why? Because if it is an mesh analysis, it will be going to comes in between the two loops like this. But in the case of nodal analysis, after the node only we are going to write the if the two displacements are there, then after the node only we are going to focus. Now see, after this K1, we completed M, B, we completed. After that K is replaced with L. That means the K will be in between the two elements. That is L. This is an K is replaced with L, 1 by L, 1. After that B1 2 again in between the two nodes. So B is replaced with resistance 1 by G, so 1 by R. This is in between the two nodes. Right. After up to this thing we are having. After that again M2 we are going to get. M2 is nothing but capacitance C2. Again B1 to D already it is in between the two nodes only. Again K2 is replaced with again inductance L2. Again B2 is there. B2 DX2 B2 means resistance 1 by R2. This is your electrical analogous network. This is node 1 and this is the node 2. This is you need to take V1 and V2. Why? Because X1 and X2 we are going to replace. Now if I am writing the equation, which equation you are getting? I is equal to, what is the current flowing through this thing? I is equal to I is equal to what we are getting? C1 into dV1 by dt plus what is the current flowing through C into dV1 by dt. After that V1 into G or V1, this is an 1 by R. V1 into G we can write here. After that we are going to write here V1 minus V2 into 1 integral of V1 minus V2 by R12. V1 minus V2 by this is R12. Okay, R1. V1 minus V2 by R1. That is the current flowing through the thing. V1 minus V2 by plus 1 by L1 into integral of V1 minus V2. This is the one equation. Second equation is the V2 minus V1 by R12. V1 minus V2 plus V2 minus V1 integral of V2 minus V1 by into 1 by L1 plus C2 into dV2 by dt plus integral of L2 into integral of V2 dt plus V2 by R, which is equal to G. These are the two equations. The nodal equations I am writing. I am applying the node equation here at V1 and V2 just. For example, what is the current flowing in the capacitor? C is equal to that means the current flowing in the capacitor I is equal to C into dV by dt. That's a simple formula I am using here. L is current flowing in the inductor is equal to we are having an integral of V dt. L into integral of V dt. Simple formula I am going to use. This is the force voltage and force current analogy. In coming lecture, we are going to discuss electrical analogous to mechanical translational. Instead of this translational, what we are going to discuss with say rotational system. Right, thank you.